As the mayor calls for calm, a bill to regulate boot camps is one step closer to becoming state law, and the early detection of autism may get some kids the help they need. Plus CCN weather and Tech Bite, all this on CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood, seconds away.
Do you have a great business idea? The Pasadena Enterprise Zone can help. Pasadena Enterprise Zone, open for business.
Hi, I'm Jesse Avila at the Convalescent Aid Society, a nonprofit organization established in 1923. We provide the free loan of durable medical equipment, of hospital beds, wheelchairs, walkers, canes, and many other items. Your donations and contributions are welcome and greatly appreciated. We are located at 3255 East Foothill Boulevard in Pasadena.
We're here to help you!
Please give us a call and check for availability at 626-793-1696.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood. I'm Sunita Joshua Madison. Our top story. It's been 3 weeks since the officer-involved shooting that killed Kendrick McDade, the unarmed teenager suspected of robbery outside a taco truck. This past week, organizers rallied in support of Kendrick McDade, and Trayvon Martin, whose killing has also captured the nation's attention. CCN's Paulo Alejandria has been following this McDade story from the beginning, and he joins us now live to tell us more. Hi, Paulo. So this 3 weeks, there's been new information coming each time. What more is going on?
As a matter of fact, yes, the rally that took place in front of Pasadena City Hall on Tuesday kicked off a week that saw even more further developments in this case.
Okay.
The community spoke out in front of Pasadena City Hall Tuesday in a rally that called for police to end their perceived use of racial profiling. While some members feel that racial profiling is a reality for minorities in the community, the Pasadena Police Department says nothing could be further from the truth.
3 weeks have passed since 19-year-old Kendrick McDade was shot and killed by Pasadena police officers Matthew Griffin and Jeffrey Newland on this corner of Sunset and Orange Grove. Many here in Pasadena continue to voice strong reactions about the incident. Throughout the community, the shooting death of McDade has brought added attention to what some perceive as the use of racial profiling.
The community should control the police. We're tired of seeing the police come in and oppress already oppressed minority youth.
How I dress compared to how I may act or anything like that. Just how I look, period. It shouldn't be a factor in whether I get harassed by the police or not.
Tuesday, a rally in support of McDade and Trayvon Martin took place in front of Pasadena City Hall. Event organizers called for an all-out International Day of Solidarity for victims of racial profiling. Wednesday, Mayor Bill Bogart and Councilmember Chris Holden issued an open letter to the city of Pasadena. The letter urged the community to be patient as 4 separate investigations into the case move forward. In response to the community's need for information, the letter states that findings from these investigations are expected within several months and will be made public through the City Council's Public Safety Committee. We spoke with Martin Gordon, one of the rally organizers and chairman of the Pasadena Community Coalition, on Thursday. He told us he understands information about McDade's shooting will take time to come to light, but he says issues surrounding police procedure and protocol need to be addressed now.
We're not going to stop and get placated by, hey, guess what, we got 35 investigations going on. We have to watch the investigations and keep moving forward so this doesn't happen to the next kid. So there's some things that can change right now so we don't have another Kendrick McDade.
We spoke to Lieutenant Felente Riddle, Chief Sanchez's public information officer, about some of the community accusing the Pasadena Police Department of racial profiling. She says the Pasadena Police Department does not practice racial profiling. She goes on to say that Officers Newland and Griffin responded to an armed robbery call and that they pursued 2 individuals that matched the description Oscar Carrillo gave in his 911 call, and she says that has already been made public. She says it wouldn't matter what race, religion, or income bracket suspected individuals belong to, and that the Pasadena Police Department's main objective is to respond, assist, and ensure the safety of all Pasadenans. Sunita.
Well, it sounds like, we're just going to have to wait for the investigations to come back, but the community's still going to keep pushing.
Of course, and we'll continue to follow the developments as they occur.
All right, well, thank you for that, Paulo. Now, on Friday, Congressman Adam Schiff released a statement expressing his condolences for the McDade family and his support for Mayor Bogard and the rest of the members of the City Council as the investigations into the case progress. A bill that would require military-type boot camps to follow licensing and state regulations passed a Senate committee this past Tuesday and is one step closer to becoming state law. SB 1089 would mandate boot camps to comply to strict regulations as that of group homes and drug recovery centers. CCN's Lily Nuno joins us live with more on this story. So, Lily, sometimes people hear regulations and some people are excited about it, some people hate regulations. What's the community feeling about this?
Well, the truth is the community was affected by this, and they're very happy about this bill, so hopefully everybody is on top of this bill. Well, the bill proposed by State Senator Carol Liu and Assemblyman Anthony Portantino comes after the 2011 abuse scandal involved by Kevin Sergeant Mac McFarland, and videos documented what seemed to be verbal and physical abuses at First Family Growth Camp in Pasadena. McFarland was recently charged with rape and sexual assault of 2 teenage girls. Keith Sarge Gibbs, who once worked with McFarland, says this bill comes at a good time.
It's a blessing that this bill is in effect. Again, it's something that I've always wanted because some of these agencies are not adhering to some of the codes to take care of these kids. It's one thing to train these kids, but you got to train them with a mission. You got to train them with an outcome.
We caught up with Keith Gibbs during his Sarge's community-based annual award banquet. He says he hopes politicians will get more involved and see for themselves how boot camps work. State Senator Carol Liu and Assemblyman Anthony Portantino say the bill establishes state regulations and oversight of boot camps. Children who participate in these non-traditional treatment programs will receive the same protections and safety required of other child care facilities. Still boot camp expert of 22 years, Gibbs says more collaboration with boot camps should take place to prevent future abuse.
Is it just politics as usual? You're making a good name for yourself by bringing this bill? If this bill really is important to you, I challenge Portantino and Carol Liu, come into our program, walk with us, spend a weekend on drill with us and the kids, see what we really do so you get a taste of what Commit to Achieve is. Be real with it.
Despite the claims of success at boot camps like that of Sergeant Gibbs and some others across California, Portantino says, quote, "As a father of 2, I understand the concept of tough love. I also understand that we have a responsibility to protect our children and ensure they are not victims of overzealous discipline." End quote. Tuesday, the bill passed the Senate Committee on Human Services and is now in the Senate Appropriations Committee. Sanita, back to you.
Well, Lily, this definitely hits home when you think about the kids out there and if you have kids of your own and thinking about people treating them this way. So
it's true. I have a niece, and I know if she was in a boot camp like this, it would affect her, and I'm concerned.
Okay, well, thanks for that report, Lily. For more information on this bill, be sure to visit www.legalinfo.ca.gov. Now here's a snapshot of some other news right here in the San Gabriel Valley. Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies are investigating the body of a burned man found on the sidewalk in the 2600 block of North Windsor in Altadena Sunday. Passersby saw what they thought was an object burning on the sidewalk at 6 a.m. When they went in for a closer look and found it was a man, they called 911. Altadena Sheriff's Station and Pasadena Police later confirmed that the victim was indeed an adult male and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators ask anyone with information about this incident to call the Homicide Bureau at 323-890-5500 or make an anonymous call to the Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS. That's 8477. You can also text TIPLA plus your tip to crimes 274637. You can also visit their website at lacrimestopper.org. So plenty of ways for you to get information out if you have it on this story. Another story in Altadena, 2 homes about a mile apart were shot at by gunfire in 2 days. Sheriff's deputies say shots were fired at the first home in the 600 block of Altadena Drive on Thursday morning, April 12th, just before 5 a.m. Then on Friday, April 13th, gunfire hit a home in the 600 block of Ventura Street at 9:45 p.m. Luckily, no one was hurt, even though both homes were occupied at the time of the incidents, including children in the Ventura home. Investigators found bullet holes both inside and outside the homes. Anyone with information on either shooting is asked to call the Sheriff's Altadena station at 626-798-1131. Well, early detection for autism may help get some kids the help they need. We'll continue our series on the disease when we come back. You're watching CCN Crown City News, your neighborhood.
The Pasadena chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated would like to invite you to the 24th Annual Fashionetta Scholarship Luncheon and Fashion Show, where we'll be honoring Miss Lena Kennedy as Mother of the Year.
After this event, we will have awarded more than $100,000 in scholarships since the year 2000 alone. Proceeds from the event also support our numerous community service activities, which include our annual health summit. At that event, we provide more than 400 residents with free testing and screenings in the community. So come on out and join us for a fun-filled day of friends, food, fashion, and fellowship.
The event will take place at the Glendale Hilton on Saturday, May 12th.
The CCN Energy Saver is brought to you by Southern California Edison.
Dave, what are some other ways customers can save energy?
Well, I certainly want to make sure that they use energy efficiently and wisely. One of the things that we recommend doing is turning off equipment when they're not using it. That's probably the most easiest and most efficient way of reducing their energy costs. But purchasing equipment that has, again, I say the Energy Star rating on it. We want to make sure that they use thermostats that are programmable, because that helps customers reduce operating costs by having equipment come on at the desired setting as well as at desired times. Weatherization, plugging up gaps in your walls or door seals, making sure that you don't have any air leaks.
Well, thank you for that information, Dave. Hopefully customers find it helpful. This has been Luna Petty with your CCN Energy Saver.
The CCN Energy Saver is brought to you by Southern California Edison.
April is Autism Awareness Month, and the California Department of Health Care says 1 in 110 children in the U.S. today meet the criteria for an autism spectrum disorder diagnosis. CDC reports show that the estimated lifespan cost of care for autistic people is between $1.6 million to $3.2 million. Health experts say early detection may be the key to help some of these kids and to alleviate the cost. In her 3-part series on autism rates and treatment, CCN's TK Trinidad has more on a pilot program designed to help parents get their kids diagnosed and into treatment.
The number of children with autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, is going up. That's what a recent study from the Center for Disease Control shows. Pasadena's Public Health Director, Dr. Eric Walsh, says early detection is the key to helping kids get the help they need.
One of the things we make sure that we push to all pediatrics groups and pediatricians in the city and family doctors is that they do proper developmental screenings on all children. And if you do that, you might be able to diagnose this stuff a lot earlier.
211 LA County has pioneered a pilot program that workers there say detects ASD sooner in children who are more likely to be diagnosed later in life. It's called the Developmental and Autism Screening Program. Executive Director Maribel Marin says the early detection can help get a child into treatment sooner, which she says ultimately decreases the cost of care in the long run.
211 is a national system, and we're one of the largest, if not the largest, 211 in the country. And we started screening families for children 0 to 5.
Now here at 211 LA, we're doing the screening over the telephone using evidence-based screening tools.
Dr. Walsh says catching ASD early and treating it helps children adapt more easily to their surroundings.
If we can get these kids into treatment and therapy, we might be able to actually get these kids to where they actually function a lot better. It really is about really kind of training the brain to be able to express itself another way.
The California Department of Public Health came out with a study that shows for every 10 years increase in a mother's age, the risk of autism increases by about 38%.
The increased risk as a woman ages with a few things, things like Downs, especially after age like 36, Down syndrome, there's increased risk. And autism seems to follow that pattern, that as a woman gets older, it's more likely that she would have an autistic child.
Today, more programs than ever before are available to help detect and handle autism as research on the disorder continues. Experts still don't know what causes it, but what they do know is that parents worried about their children's development should act quickly.
Well, the good thing is, if a child gets this diagnosis, there are programs. Environmentally, there's probably something. And when that thing is figured out, or those things, plural, are figured out, maybe then we'll be able to get more to the bottom of this and prevent it from happening.
In Pasadena, TK Trinidad, CCN.
Now, the 211 LA County's autism screening program is used in a non-emergency call center setting. When a child is identified as autistic, 211 LA County then puts the family in contact with the right organization to help the child and stays on the phone with them during the process. 211 LA County officials say the solution to better identification and intervention is universal screening. For more information, you can visit 211lacounty.org. For more information on the CDC study, you can visit cdc.gov/autism. Now, heavy rains came down, but luckily we didn't see the tornadoes touch down like parts of the Midwest. CCN meteorologist Curtis Peak is here to let us know what we can expect, though. Curtis, are we going to have as torrential weather coming here?
I don't think we're going to have it here in the San Gabriel Valley. But our prayers do go out to all those that were affected this weekend by those tornadoes. There were over 100 tornadoes that touched down in that tornado alley over the weekend. I think as the total right now, 4 people have lost their lives. So here at Crown City News, our prayers do go out to you. But closer to home, we are seeing a ridge of high pressure that's building. Beautiful skies today. As we take a look at our satellite right now, you see that high pressure that's sitting right here over Southern California. That high pressure is going to build overnight. We are going to see warmer temperatures tomorrow. But for one day, that high pressure is going to go away. Not so much, but it's going to build again. We do have a beautiful weekend on tap. As we take a look at our almanac right now, as you see, I said that high pressure is building, but by Wednesday, we are going to see a brief cooling, and we are going to have a very warm weekend. We haven't had a weekend like this in a long time. Over the last month, 3 weekends out of the last month, it did rain. Our high today was 76 degrees. Our low tonight is going to be 56 degrees. As you can see, we are above average right now. The record back in 1948 was 96 degrees, and that low was 37 degrees back in 1978. Currently outside, we see temperatures 72 degrees. Our winds are out of the southwest at 6 miles per hour. Our sunrise tomorrow morning is going to be at 6:19. Our sunset tonight is going to be at 7:25. Our days are getting a little longer. As we take a look at our lows for tonight, 54 in Monrovia, 53 in West Covina and El Monte. Glendale also 53 degrees. Our highs for tomorrow. That's that high pressure, as I said, was building. Arcadia is going to come in at 86 degrees. And look at Glendale, not far behind with 85 degrees. Now, here's our 7-day forecast that I was telling you about. That rich high pressure is in full effect tomorrow, 82 degrees. But as quick as that rich high pressure builds, it goes away for one day. And as quick as it goes away, it's going to come back on Thursday, 83 degrees. Look at Friday and Saturday. As I said, that weekend is going to be a warm weekend. Sunday, that ridge of high pressure does break down just a little bit. We do see 82 degrees. And by Monday, we are going to have a low that's going to come back in, 77 degrees. Beautiful, nice across the board, 55 degrees and 57 degrees on Friday night. Once again, our prayers do go out to the people over in Oklahoma and Tornado Alley. And Sunita, back to you.
Well, I'm going to keep my sunblock ready. Thanks for that, Curtis. Well, she's back. CCN's Tammy Devine shares her knowledge of TV news with many of us here in the U.S., but now she's headed to exotic locations to train aspiring broadcast journalists. And you knew her back when. Next on CCN Crown City News, your neighborhood.
If your child is getting behind in school and needs help organizing, reading, writing, or studying, Klein's Classes can help. Audrey Klein has been teaching for more than 20 years. Her book, Skills for Student Success, can teach your child essential learning tools. Klein's Classes are affordable and conveniently available online. You can view the lessons and educational films anytime.
I've seen children jump 2 reading levels in 1 year. I've proven it over and over again.
Don't let another semester pass without getting your child some help. Visit kleinsclasses.com and get started today. Unleash your inner shark. Sharky Zartman's book, Shark Sense, reveals the 14 life-changing steps you can take today to start reaching your goals. Through her witty yet no-nonsense approach, Sharky Zartman unlocks the lessons we can all learn from sharks.
I
use the shark as a symbol for your inner source of strength and power, the part of you that doesn't know the meaning of the word can't.
Stop settling for less and start living with confidence and purpose. Order Shark Sense today at sharksense.org and get in touch with your inner shark.
To be the face of the newscast, but CCN's Tammy Devine has been too busy to sit at the desk lately as she's taking on the world. She's got a new project that takes her on the other side of the world and will one day help her realize her vision for providing people all over the world with news and info they can use. She's the general manager of Crown City Media, LLC, and CCN Crown City News. We're lucky to have Tammy Devine return to the desk so she can update us on what's happening. So, Tammy, your project takes you all the way to Mongolia.
To Mongolia, yeah.
What are you doing all the way in Mongolia?
Well, having a lot of fun. Mongolia is a beautiful, exotic country, and the people are just really kind, and they've been very generous to me. I am actually helping a brand new, well, not brand new, they've been around for about 5 years, the TV station there. I'm training their entire news department on how to do TV news American style, basically. They want to really know the right way and the best way to do news. So there's a consultant helping.
Is American style always the best way?
No, that is a very good question. And the answer is not always, you know, which is why I kind of go back to the old school, you know, when just as in everything in life, it's about the fundamentals. Once you know the basics, you can go on anywhere from there and be awesome. I think professional basketball players, football players, musicians, everybody would tell you that. So that's kind of what. That's exactly right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, you know, the Pasadena community, they know exactly where to find you here at CCN.
I hope.
But how do they find you all the way from Mongolia?
Well, you know, we've been kind of branching off with Crown City Media, the work that we do here, to all kinds of different aspects of entertainment. And one of the aspects is script writing. I've been doing a lot of script writing. I've been doing a lot of...
So many talents.
Well, I don't know about that. So much loss of sleep, I think. Maybe a little insomnia. But script writing, creating reality shows, and all kinds of different things. And I've been going to television festivals and pitching those shows to different places. One of the places that I pitched a reality show for, which I think one of these days very soon we're going to see this reality show. I pitched it to this group. They really liked it, and then they helped me develop it, and now they're actually working to sell it all over the world. And I started talking to them about exactly what I do with Crown City News, and they were excited about it. They were already on board to help this TV station in Mongolia, and so they needed somebody to help them with news, and so they brought me in.
You're their woman.
They brought me in.
There you go.
So I'm very happy about that.
Well, you know, going from script writing back to news, though, journalism here has really taken a hit, and you know, in the past few years, how close have you come to having to close down the doors of CCM?
It's not easy, that's for sure. But what I firmly believe with Crown City News is that what we are doing is actually the future of local news. The major networks are constantly laying people off, and there's tons of competition. Everybody wants to get into broadcast journalism, but they don't have the money to be able to keep all that overhead anymore. And so I really believe what we're doing with Crown City News is the way that the major networks are going to have to go pretty soon. It gets very, very difficult, even for us. You know, everybody is a volunteer here, the reporters, the in-studio crew, who I love and I thank every single week because they're awesome. It gets difficult, though, because there are still supplies that you got to buy and things like that. We're not in it for profit here.
So let's talk about that a little bit more. How can, you know, this is such a vital resource. We hear that from the community directly all the time. How can people support an organization like this?
Well, we will be taking a branch of Crown City News and Crown City Media and making it a nonprofit very soon, within the next month. So people will definitely be able to donate to that. And that's going to be the journalism training portion, kind of an academy.
And that's something people can get behind, you know. We need to have good, strong reporters out there to get us the information that we need for our communities.
Right, that do the basics, the fundamentals, that stay unbiased and totally just report the news instead of trying to tell people what to think.
Okay, well, like I said, you knew her when, right here at Crown City News. So thank you for joining us again, and come back again and tell us about how Mongolia went.
Anytime, I will.
Okay, well, great. Well, we Googled top tech stories, and they're all about Google this week. So coming up next with the Tech Bite, Grant D is going to bring us all the news stories on CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood. Join us again.
Hi, I'm Lori Webster. I'm the owner of Webster's Fine Stationers.
Hi, I'm Scott Webster.
You need to come and check us out because we've got great gifts for everybody in the family.
We have Fine Stationers by Cranes and Company.
We have some beautiful greeting cards, things that are unique.
A myriad of other things, so please come by.
And our phone number is area code 626-797-1135, and we're located at 2450 North Lake Avenue, Suite B in Altadena. Our motto is,
Let's do something good today.
Live, work, play, and shop in the North Lake Village. See for yourself when you visit our village.
The Pasadena chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated would like to invite you to the 24th Annual Fashionetta Scholarship Luncheon and Fashion Show, where we'll be honoring Miss Lena Kennedy as Mother of the Year.
After this event, we will have awarded more than $100,000 in scholarships since the year 2000 alone. Proceeds from the event also support our numerous community service activities, which include our annual health summit. At that event, we provide more than 400 residents with free testing and screenings in the community. So come on out and join us for a fun-filled day of friends, food, fashion, and fellowship.
The event will take place at the Glendale Hilton on Saturday, May 12th.
CCN's Teen Techie Grant D joins us live with the CCN Tech Bite, and it's all about the company who started with the slogan, "Don't be evil." Hi, Grant. What do you think about that slogan?
Well, we have lots of news about Google this week, Sunita, and it's Google, Google, Google on the CCN Tech Bite. And we begin with our first Google story for this week, which involves Google Analytics, the company's enterprise website statistics platform. Google Analytics is a free tool with a premium version, which Google provides to website owners to allow them to see how many people visit their website, as well as how those people got there, along with other useful stats. Now, during an essential earnings report this past week at Google, which we'll talk about in a minute, a senior official at the search engine giant said that the service, which has been around since 2006, has now crossed the 10 million user mark. The growth is good news for Google because while the company did not reveal how many users of Analytics were free versus paid, it shows big progress for their young product. And now on to that recent earnings report by Google this past week, in which the company beat Wall Street and analysts' expectations for the company, earning nearly 24% more revenue in the most recent quarter compared to the last. Specifically, Google pulled in nearly $10.65 billion in revenue, impressing company investors after falling just short of some financial goals last quarter. Google CEO Larry Page said in a statement regarding the report that, quote, "We are still at the very early stages of what technology can do to improve people's lives, and we have enormous opportunities ahead," end quote. Or rather, it's a very exciting time to be at Google, end quote. Even more Google this week, on the other hand, in our other Google story tonight, Google got into hot water with network owners around the world, as well as the Federal Communications Commission several months ago, for allegedly collecting data about Wi-Fi networks around the world through the company's Street View cars. While Google complied with the FCC's inquiry into the issue, the FCC plans to fine the search engine giant nearly $25,000 for delays in responding to inquiries from the FCC into the issue. The FCC says Google, quote, "deliberately impeded and delayed the investigation into the Wi-Fi issue." And while Google can appeal the fine, they said in a statement that they, quote, "worked in good faith to answer the FCC's questions throughout the inquiry and that they are pleased with the or that the FCC concluded that the tech giant complied with the law, end quote. Now, Sunita, all of these stories are definitely things to watch this week, and we will, of course, keep you updated.
All right, well, we Googled Google, and they Googled us back. So
we certainly did.
Thanks for that, Grant. That's it for this newscast. Thanks to Tammy Devine, our general manager, for joining us in studio. Thanks to all of our sponsors, including Southern California Edison, Wink Marketing, and the Pasadena Enterprise Center office building with available space. Thanks also to the CCN crew as they make this show possible. But finally, we thank you for watching CCN Crown City News. Join us each week as we cover the news in Pasadena and the San Gabriel Valley. For all of us here at CCN, I'm Sunita Joshua Madison. Have a great week.